I wanted to be Olympic champion, and I plugged away, and it wasn't really till I had an opportunity to become a professional athlete, and it was quite late. I was 26.
Wow.
I waited a long time, but an opportunity was in front of me, and I took it with both hands and ran with it. And I thought, I'm either going to fail, or it's going to go completely opposite, and something's going to come out of it. And it did, because 9 months later, becoming a professional athlete, I won an Olympic medal at my first championships.
Wow.
So it's like
9 months after deciding.
Yeah, 9 months. Because there's an opportunity, and it was a risk. We're talking about risk. It was a risk. I'd gambled that year all my savings on going on a warm weather trip to California for a month to have some really good training with some good coaches. I got the Olympic qualifying while working for HSBC 44 hours a week, which is quite hard now. People don't do that. And so I just knew if I take this risk, good things could happen from it. So it's pretty similar to what you were talking about.
Let me just ask you bluntly, do you feel that you're very in control of the things in your life, or have you felt quite out of control at different stages?
In control and out of control. I think as an athlete, you have to be controlling of what happens, but then you can't control the uncontrollables, the environment.
Yeah, and
so
you're good at letting that go.
Yeah,
aren't you? That's
you
part
have
of the training.
to. You have to, because you could be the best athlete potentially you can ever be, do everything right, but there could be 20 other people who are better than you.
Yeah.
They might not do things better than you. So, but you just learn from that experience and find other ways at how you can be a little bit 1% better. It's all those marginal gain things.
Yeah.
If you're better there 1%, it could be 10% better at the end of the year, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's learning to control what you can control, but allowing other things to happen because you can't control. So, but then control freaks won't like that. So it's learning to let go when you need to let go, and I suppose it's the battle and war thing. You know what your battles you need to win, but overall, hopefully, you win the war.
Yeah.
So I work in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, I can empathise with what Kelly's saying in terms of athletes just want to control everything from diet, sort of sleep habits, training, what they're actually doing in the training itself. But the most important thing you can't control is your opposition. We do in non-contact sports. As much as I'd like to be able to trip up the other person running outside me, I can't do that. So I have to focus on perhaps, you see 8 people in the start line, you think, okay, they want to beat each other, but throughout training, you want to be the best athlete that you can be, and the focus is to be number one and to win the gold medal. But I have to focus on being the best Dai Greene I can be, and not focus on being obsessed with just beating this one person, because they might have more natural ability. The chips might fall, cards might go their way. So I have to be focused on giving the best performance that I can give, being content with that, and then hopefully it ends up in a medal.
Even the highest level professional sports people, according to the statisticians, a great guy called Nathan Lehman, who works for the ECB, are risk averse. What do you think is your attitude towards risk, Dai? And do you feel that you were ever risk averse, or do you feel you went too far the other way? And athletes in general.
So my experience of the risk is pushing in that sort of side of things, and knowing that my goal is the championships. I have to get the championships in my best shape. That's all that matters in your season as well. Is that major champs. So you have to take as many risks as you can to get there, and certainly in terms of fitness. And I've had plenty of injections and things like that to sort of not almost mask pain or just deal with problems, a short-term fix with a long-term risk, just to make sure I make the start line to have a shot of winning a medal.